Hello? 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 You guys hear me? Thank you. Moon mission, baby. Can you hear me though? I fucked around with my mic right now. It says I'm using okay. It says I'm using Razer Siren Mini. This shit is not Razer, dog. I don't know. I don't know if it's using this one or oh. Nah, it's definitely not using this one. Is it using the I wonder if it's using the hold on. Uh Microphone.
Let me try this. Oh, hell yeah. Wait. Okay. Not, yeah. Now it's using this one. Still says Razer, but that's weird. Alright, for sure. Market boring as hell. I'm just here for more, support. Yo. You can't hear my music either, though, right? Because, like, if it's playing, this whole stream's gonna get muted when it gets uploaded. I think I have my desktop audio muted completely, so you should be good on that. No music for sure. Oh, Marcus started selling. Yes. I don't know if you guys know by now. A lot of you OGs do, but I love being short. I'm at home today if you can't see. Not at the office. Oh. Any new people here having trouble with the dashboard at all? Looking for stuff? How to use specific tools on here? We're gonna add more. Don't trip. Why is it so dark in there? You should. Nah, man, nah. Sun is for like people that go outside. I ain't about that. I'll do the sun. Sun ain't it. It's my dungeon, dude. It's my dungeon. Alright, I'm gonna put some music suggestions in chat. Is that Nancy? Hell nah, man. I forget. I don't have as many screens here. He's Batman? Shit, I wish, bro. Bro, I've been listening to so much Rich Amiri lately. So good. So good. I don't know if any of you like that, but oh yeah, man, no worries. Um, if I do stream, it's mostly for entertainment purposes only, not financial advice. clearly. Um, when looking for overall gamma exposure for the day, do you use raw or delta adjusted? Delta adjusted, always. Reason for delta adjusted is because it's measured differently. So the normal raw gamma is a naive calculation of gamma exposure. And I talk about this a lot, that a lot of mainstream platforms utilize the naive calculation of just open interest, whereas the delta adjusted version is um more than that, I guess. And in today's market, you're gonna need a calculation that's more than just the open interest. Um, is this the Feet Finders acronym group? Oh, anonymous group? Yeah, dude. I was about to open up this stream on my bed, feet out, the dogs hanging. The dogs hanging outside. This is how I trade every morning, by the way, guys. Yeah, yeah, no problem. Any questions you guys have, that's what I'm here for. Um, I hate the fact that a lot of other platforms just fucking leave people to fend for themselves for the data. How do I use it? And then they give you like the Google answer for how to use it. Yeah, not about that. I always hated that. Mm, mm, mm. What's the duck blind? Excuse me for not knowing, but I don't know what that is. Duck blind? Mm, 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 mm. Oh, hell yeah, sell off. So if you're looking at the footprint chart right now, you're looking at the footprint chart right now. Notice that there's a 0 0 at the top of each candle. No supply there. Yes. Oh, camo. I got you. I got you. Uh, nah. I'm just wearing it 'cause it's mad cold in my house. The insulation is old. So yeah, it gets really cold at night. Like I got hold up. Fit check, fit check. Ah, I got a sweater on, right? I got the plaid pants. I got the sandals. What are my thoughts on this move down with such a low VIX print? Um, personally, okay, okay, and this is my own thoughts, right? Don't take it for, oh shit. He said he said this, I gotta slap calls or puts. Alright. I don't think the pump is over yet. But um I think for a majority of the time being, and this is just an overall view, uh every day up until March OPEX, you're going to be seeing a rally into a sell most of the days. And the days that don't, I think you're going to be seeing chop. So that's my own 2 cents. Um, and I only know this because back in the day, right, when Sheen and I used to have like a Telegram group, um, I it's like the same shit I'm seeing back then, right? And I used to call puts it like at the end of the day, and no one knew why it used to sell off so aggressively. Um, it's due to the fact how volatility affects the current exposure data or the current supportive flows in the market. So that is my reasoning for essentially being either short towards the end of the day or long in the morning. Um, and it's like clockwork, brother. I think at one point I even got rid of my call option side because I wanted to prove to people that you can make money regardless in a bull or a bear market based on just one side specifically. Because I don't know. I try to find very ridiculous ways to prove a point that like you can kind of just do anything you want in the market. But that's besides the point. I am no longer a signal chat. That is behind me. That is in the rear view mirror. Fuck signals. Signals suck. They don't teach people anything, personally. Um, but showing you guys how to fend for yourselves, now that's the mission. That's how you never be poor again. Word out. Ah. No. Thoughts on 50-50 bounce for the upside today? Brother, I cannot. I cannot, unfortunately. Done. No signals. No analysis. No NFA. Not financial advice. Mm, 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 mm. Talk to me about strategies. I can tell you when to place them. Talk to me about how to read certain things. Talk to me about psychology. Talk to me about pretty much everything else that is important to trading aside from do we move up, do we move down? We changed finance for the better, brother. It's a crazy last name, not gonna lie. Damn, that's wild. I forget I have to look at both chats. Uh yeah, that song was fire. Hold up. Casket goes crazy too. PA today is finally the range has been there all day. What things are you seeing on the dashboard? Okay, so that's something I can answer, right? It's not necessarily giving direction, but um so what things are you seeing on the dashboard? Right now, what I'm noticing is this delta got immediately bought up. Um so uh right now I'm looking at the footprint chart to see how thin or thick either side of the bid and ask is. Um I am looking at how large GAM exposure is, not large at all. Again, almost like a similar situation to yesterday. Uh, Charm, not large at all. Not anything significant at least. Vaughn exposure, kind of the same as yesterday. It's just like today's like a worse day than yesterday, in my opinion. But the thing that you're seeing right now that like charm exposure is so remember yesterday on yesterday's stream that charm exposure was a lot higher than it is now, like almost quadruple the amount. That's important to note because the amount of dying off charm, right, is going to lead to a more bullish environment. Um, and then you can kind of plan out a reversal play for the day. Whoa, didn't mean to go that far, but that's what I'm looking at. Um, Not taking any trades personally. Um, but that's kind of what I'm seeing. Uh, Let's see. Just a thought. You should do a stream with an aviator helmet. Shit, I'll buy one, bro. I was gonna do a stream in a bear costume because my nickname growing up was Bear and Bear Market. It's not a bear market right now, but you know what I mean. It's a little funny. I was lucky. Even I sent Sheen a text the other day about a Joe Biden mask, dude. I was thinking about buying that. We'll see. Maybe every day I'll come with some weird shit on my face. I don't know. Um, so since this is a negative gamma environment, gamma above spot is negative. How do you figure if IV is high? So because we're in a negative gamma exposure environment, I would not be looking for or right now currently with the IV skew being towards call side, that means the market's pricing in a little bit more of a move towards the upside. So the further away we move from spot price, you could see a squeeze. You could see a squeeze this week. Or not this week, sorry, today. Towards the end of the day. I'm only saying that because if we start moving up due to the high IV curve, charm keeps dying off, right? That's a little bullish. Um, as we move up towards the higher end of the IV skew, and move further away from that zero gamma point. I don't know if you can see it on there. It's where gamma flips from positive to negative. The further away you move from that zero IV point, you'll start seeing that volatility feedback loop that I was talking about yesterday. If you have any questions on that, you can tune into yesterday's stream. I talked a lot about that. There's a really like a lot of good content, honestly, on yesterday's stream. I was clipping it last night. I only got through half of the video, half of the stream, and I already have 10 clips. So I got to get through the other half after today's stream. Might be a little short today. I'm only thinking about doing like an hour, hour and a half. Yesterday was like 2.5 hours, a little over 2.5 hours, because I gotta get to work and do some of that. I was even thinking about doing some of the work while on stream, but yeah, we'll see. Um, and Gio, when the data opened today, what did you see that showed this downward movement? 100%, I wasn't awake, so I didn't see it. But if you share some screenshots, I don't know. I would say share some screenshots in Discord, but that's such a like hindsight like thing that I don't want to give you the wrong idea that like it's gonna be that easy. So sorry, I wasn't awake, but maybe like someone in chat could answer that. Um but yeah, I wouldn't want you to be like sending a screenshot and then be like, damn, hindsight. Crazy. Hindsight's always right, right? Um, any advice on second and third order Greeks? Do you use any of them in your trading? Yeah, I use pretty much all of them. If I'm in a strategy, right? If I'm in a spread or a complex fucking like 3, 4 leg option spread, um, mostly it's due to so like Vega, for example, like Vega spreads are very important, so I'd be watching out for my own personal Vega exposure on that. And Yeah, so like based on the type of strategy you're doing, some exposures are more important. Something that happens in a negative gamma exposure environment, right? And I'm just talking about in a market maker sense. Um, Once you start seeing that feedback loop, that increases the amount of Vana exposure. You'll see a crazy surge in Vana exposure if we start creating that feedback loop. What that Vana exposure is telling you is the market's overexposed to volatility, to changes in volatility. And that's due to the fact that we're squeezing and volatility funds either have to add or subtract volatility to their spreads. Um, so that's kind of how now I kind of got off topic there, but that's kind of how I use second and third order Greeks. Um, how would you read the delta adjusted exposure right now? Um, like I said earlier, low amount of negative gamma exposure in general. I wouldn't even touch it. I wouldn't even be like looking to make a trade right now. And that's kind of why I like the exposures. They tell me like, cause all right, I'm gonna get into a little bit of psychology, right? I think a lot of traders fail. A lot of traders fail, and it's really due to the fact that either they don't know how to hold long enough. They don't know how to hold long enough. They don't know when to sell correctly, execute correctly, or they don't know when to place a trade, right? These are three fundamentals of trading. Fundamental, very, very, very basic, and no one masters them because they just assume that whoever they're listening to is correct, right? Um, you need to know when to execute your order. Once you're in it, you need to understand when to enter a trade in the first place. And that is why I like options exposures. They tell me when I don't need to place a trade. They tell me when I have a high probability of winning in a certain direction. And honestly, I weigh more value on the fact that it tells me when not to place a trade. Um, because that's very important, right? Why waste my time in the market when I could be doing something else? If I see that it's very choppy, low gamma exposure amount, overall nothing really happening, not gonna place a trade. Uh, I see lambda and color on your dashboard, so I would appreciate some advice on them. So I talked a little bit about lambda yesterday. I haven't really talked about color. Um, I have so there's been a few people I'm teaching or I've taught like way 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 back then that are gonna do some classes on all that shit. Um, and I think Sheen, if you're listening to the stream, can you text me the date that they're going to be doing that? I think it's soon. I think it's like tomorrow. It might be tomorrow. I can't tell. Uh, text me or message in the YouTube chat if you can hear that. Um, today? Oh shit, it's today. All right. Well, if you want to learn more about Lambda and color, today and Thursday, tune into the. I'm gonna save that for the class. Um, so Sir Ken, be on the lookout. Um, see, Geo stream title's perfect. Yeah, man, we trying to save the world, baby. They call me Superman. I was kidding. uh, wait, what was that one song? Superman Dad. Oh. Uh, can you suggest any kind of calculator or modeling software for different strategies? Something that you can edit inputs. Um, MATLAB. It's not really like I would say MATLAB, but that's about it. You can use like those online options calculators if you're trying to do that, but if you're trying to do cross asset spreads, it's not gonna work out for you. Um, cause those only do options, right? You wouldn't be able to do like shares and options as a spread. But um it's good for like understanding what like a volatility spread and how it'll appreciate, how to go long, short volatility, things like that. So I would say like I think there's an online one called Options Profit Calculator. I think that one is like really good. It gives you like the curve and stuff. So um I would recommend that one. How much total gamma would you want to see to be looking for a trade? Over 5 billion, I would say. 5 to 10. Five, five, five to make a trade. 10 to be like full porting. I didn't say that. I didn't say full port. But I did. So, that option strat works, but it's basic, and you can't edit certain things. Yeah, that's kind of like the deal. I mean, other than that, I would say learn basic coding in MATLAB, and you should be fine. Um, Where do you sign up for classes? There's no sign up. They'll just be posted in the announcements channel, free for you guys. At least free for subscribers, right? Uh, Not really free, you know. But they'll just be posted in the announcements channel. You'll be able to see them. Classes will be recorded. Yes, every class will be recorded. Um, like the video right now, or it won't be. How about that? Yeah. You mentioned straddles, and hold on, hold on. Let me answer some Discord messages, boys. Uh, you mentioned straddles when you expect an increase in vol, however, by two legs, so the IV are combined together. In this case, you must expect the final IV is greater than the initial two. I'm not combining them. I'm getting an average of the two. Um, to answer your question on that. And implied volatility increases a lot towards the end of the day, especially for zero DTE spreads. Implied volatility is already high for longer dated spreads, but and as the time passes, it'll get lower and lower up until ODTE. But if you happen to find a low IV like 3 month out spread, right? Um, and this is where some math comes into play. It's a lot easier to be like, oh shit, well this is yo. Sorry, I saw Rizzy's comment. That looked mad funny. Look, high key. Um, but yeah. So sorry. Getting an average of the two in IV. If you're looking for 3 month out spreads though, and you notice that it's a little bit lower in IV, not only does that mean that there's a certain uh outcome in the market that you may expect. But because low IV for longer term expiration options kind of gives you an idea of what the market's expecting in terms of movement. Um, so take that for what you will. But sometimes it's mispriced, and then you can take a crazy like percentage gain based on implied volatility change if you go short volatility. You could see options that are higher, like way higher in volatility, right, than normal, and then you'll be able to uh, make a trade based on that. Do you measure your trade performance, and do you suggest any particular method or software to track metrics and stay away from it? No, I don't track anything. I shoot from the hip. Um, I don't track any of my performance. I don't look at dollar signs. I look at percentage gain on a daily basis, and if I hit my quota of percentage gain, I feel good about myself. And so long as people are happy, I'm happy. Um, but yeah. What hints do you look for to find mispriced? So over the years, you kind of get a gist of what higher implied vol looks like, what lower implied vol looks like. You can plot it out on a skew, utilizing MATLAB as well. You could even do it on our chart if you aggregate the data, right? The orange line will give you, or the yellow line, sorry, will give you kind of a 3 month outlook. The difference with that is it's doing all options, so it's a little bit different. Once we start compiling a little bit more of a better implied volatility tracking system, it'll be a lot better. But you can kind of see overall right through time based on the dashboard, right? So like if I were to hit a doobie for, let's see, okay, go, we'll just go here. All right, so this is like a month out. Wait for it to reset. You can see the skew, right? And now this is an aggregate average IV of every strike um through the options chain. So you can see that it's low key higher, way higher towards the call side right now. Um, so if you went short vol, nah, could see some crazy outcomes. Um, but that's kind of how you can use the dashboard to gauge stuff. Um. Oh shit. Um. What hints do you look for? So yeah, that's kind of what I look for mispriced. You can kind of see it on the skew. What's higher, what's lower. If you're seeing something that's very flat, um, it's a little bit easier to pick out the lower implied volatility options. Can you give an example of a past cross asset trade you've taken? Let's see, what's the most recent one? Um, the most recent one is a little freaky because it's a completely different market. Um, I was it like an I think it was like an option, a couple of option spreads or something. Oh no no no. It was a I think it was like going short or long interest rates. It was a while ago. The last cross asset trade was like I think a year ago. Um, it was something for going short or long uh I rates or interest rates. So it was like a cross asset meaning I think I was in some options. I was in some uh bonds at the same time. Because there's actually an educational video in our Discord in the education section if you haven't looked at it, but it's how you can create synthetic options, synthetic bonds, and synthetic equities, stock, normal stock. So you only take a trade if gamma is over 5 billion. Could you please confirm? Yes.
Yes.
Sorry if that ripped your ears. Hold up, my music stopped. Oh, the beat go off? I up it, then my heat go off? Um, will you be going more in depth into the moments in the future? And do you consider confidence intervals at all? That's a concept I've recently stumbled upon. Nope. Do not look at confidence intervals. My ears got their back blown out. Yeah, dude. I do not look at confidence intervals. Will I be going more in depth into the moments into the What do you mean by that exactly? Like am I going to be going in depth on my strategies and stuff? Probably not because I'm actively using them. Um, so I probably won't. What if gamma is only 4.9 billion? Go back to bed? No, you could probably take a trade if it's 4.9 billion. You could probably expect it'll increase. Um, if you haven't subscribed, subscribe now. If you haven't liked, like now. If you don't like me, whatever, I guess. I still love you. You want some of my feet? Hold up. Ah, get flashed. Oh, staring at y'all. Mm. Yo, I should be doing some work, honestly. Ugh. Whoa. Oh, lucky that pops up on my screen, not your guys' screen. Damn, son, where'd you find that? This class is gonna be good though, I think. For you guys, it's gonna be great. They're gonna go very in depth on stuff like lambda, like color. I think I have to look at the lesson plan, but very good. You guys are lucky. I had to learn this by myself, by my lonely. I wish you guys could hear what I'm hearing. This shit is blissful. This shit is lit. If just starting with Traderlink, getting familiar with the dashboard and all the different exposures, where do you suggest we start? There are many YouTube videos, but not sure where to start. I would start with our live streams. Talk about a lot in those. I would start with going through every single video we have. We do it for a reason. We do it to show the capabilities of the dashboard. I urge you to ask any question, no matter how dumb or you may think it is. No dumb questions. No matter how dumb you may think it is, urge you to ask those questions. No matter how beginner, no matter if you fucking want to ask me how to cook a steak, ask me. Um, I probably don't know well enough how to cook a steak, so I'll probably give you the wrong answer. But I eat chicken nuggets, dog. Um, but questions. Questions are the only way you're going to get any of this. If you're afraid to ask questions, you may as well leave. I'm not gonna lie. If you're not answering questions in anything, not even just trading, curious minds, right? I think it was a famous quote by Albert Einstein. Um, his big secret as to how smart he was is because he asked questions. Ask questions. Um, I was always afraid to ask questions in school. Not only till out of school, I started asking the real questions, and then I, obviously started rising um with those questions. But um, how to talk to strangers, brother? Oh nah, nah. I don't talk to strangers, man. Um, but hold on. I'm going back to lobes real quick. Going back to the earlobes. Um, Another thing, if you're more concerned about like how to actually navigate the dashboard, right? It's as simple as unlocking, right? Components, searching through the components you want to see. We do a very good job of filtering our unusual options to specifically only display options that are important in the market. A lot of platforms don't do that, and it's all back-end work, so you'll never actually understand, right? You'll never understand the work that goes behind internally filtering this unusual option stuff. So, these are all like picked. Like, I can't tell you the amount of lines of code that Mitchell has done in order to make it so perfect to the point where, you're seeing an option and it's a high majority or there's a likelihood of it actually moving in that favor. So that's one thing, right? Um, like if you need to know what directional dealer open interest is, it's a more complex version of open interest. Open interest displays what's purchased only. Now, directional dealer open interest displays what's sold as well. For the longest time, that's why I say, right, um, gamma exposure by itself, calculated with open interest, is only under the assumption that everything is purchased by consumers and everything is sold by market makers. That doesn't work anymore. DDOI now shows what's sold and what's bought by consumers and market makers alike. Um, well, look, right here in the noggin. All right, so knowing what these tools do is going to be one of the blueprints to your success. Are the main blueprint to your success. How to use a footprint chart. We have a full video on how to use a footprint chart. I even organized it in the chat. If you go to informative forums, I separated every video by the subject itself. So you don't even have to sift through our YouTube if you don't want to. You can go through the informative forum section and look through all the YouTube videos that are correlating to that topic that you're trying to find how to use. And if you still have questions on how to use that, ask in chat, right? Anything else that we haven't covered in the YouTube videos, we're always in chat answering questions. Keys to your success, brother. um, sorry. I just had to go in on that a little bit. All these exposures, you can always ask me. I don't think I do a good enough job on YouTube. I'm gonna be completely honest. Answering a lot of these live streams, different. YouTube videos that are like specifically made for that exposure, honestly, I give a good explanation of what it is, at least the core concepts, but there's a lot more to these exposures, and it's a very complicated subject. So if you have any questions on those, just fucking feel free to ask me at all times. Geo, how to talk to strangers? Yeah, I don't know how. PNAW, don't know what that means, brother. Can you elaborate, please? Do you rely on DDOI at all? Hell yeah. DDOI is showing me so if there's a lot of things sold in the market, typically you can utilize those as large supports and resistances. So I like to use that to navigate. I also use it in means of like taking the entire data set and marking out standard deviation points. Um let's see. Just say break my back on hinge. Shit. You right? On delta exposure, what does that one positive bar tell you? How would you interpret it? Delta exposure. I don't really have that up right now. Let me see. Oh, this one? Too far away to even be remotely useful in my opinion. Right away. Anything that's closer to spot price is something I'll be looking at. I'm really only looking at like with this, right? One thing to keep in account. But some exposures, sorry, I had to snap there. Some exposures have to use the entire aggregate amount, right? Like Charm and Vana, I like to use that. So that is like a clear view here. But in terms of delta and like gamma, I would only be looking at what's closely related to the price, and that's only because I know like how they work, right? Gamma exposure is based on underlying movement. Um, Underlying movement isn't going to change much if the strike is 4,900. That's a lot of fucking units away. Whereas volatility is always changing at the money, in the money, out of the money. Charm exposure is through time decay, so it's all options through time decay. Uh, Certain things have different impact points. So something to note. Get your core concepts done right. Um, Delta adjusted gamma. Oh, on fuck. You said delta exposure and then delta adjusted gamma. My bad. You talking about this one? Um, or yeah, I'm assuming you're talking about this one. This is just the flip point, right? So I'm keeping an eye that I know that this is the flip point right here. Because it's going from positive, slightly negative, slightly positive to this is the flip point for ODTE. This can be used as support basically, right? Underlying comes down, this will be used as support. It looks like there's a drop in IV that occurs that happens at the 0 point. All things to note. We have a cheat sheet that kind of explains stuff like this. Go take a look. Um, would you consider it support? Oh yeah, fuck, this guy's answering the questions before I even get to them, brother. Uh, but DDOI is a net OI. From a dealer's perspective, correct? Yes. Um, Net OI. I don't know what you mean by net OI. It's not net OI, but it is from the dealer's perspective. You're correct on that. And I'm not gonna go into how it's actually calculated. If you really search hard enough on the internet, you'll probably find it, but um, it's not a net for sure. Discord questions. The delta adjusted gamma compared to raw gamma really looks opposite to me. Delta adjusted shows negative above spot, raw shows negative below spot. How do you interpret these? So there's a negative amount of delta exposure. It coincides with the amount of negative amount of gamma exposure. They aren't necessarily directly related in strikes, but that is based on it being above or below spot doesn't matter a whole lot if you're talking about in the sense of delta exposure, whereas gamma exposure makes a little bit more like there's a little bit more importance when it comes to that. Because of the fact that the underlying spot price has to move in a certain direction in order for gamma exposure to be affected at all. Now when you're talking about, oh wait, you sent me two pictures of gamma exposure. Wait, what? This, oh, the delta adjusted gamma exposure compared to raw exposure really looks opposite to me. Yeah, that's because gamma exposure, normal gamma exposure is it's a naive calculation. I always go with delta. I just like to notice the differences. Um, but your best bet's going to be going with delta exposure. Honestly, to avoid these questions, I might just take off raw exposure from the module itself and add another type of calculation, because these personally, dude, I'm being 100% honest. Just use delta adjusted. It's way more accurate. Um, I only have it on there because I utilize raw exposure in order to determine the differences. Um, or gauge the differences, I guess. Because there's sometimes that happen a thing that happens, right? If I were to fucking where's my other game? Oh, here it is. So if I hit gamma exposure, right? I hit raw and it fucking loads. Hold on. Sorry, my shit's all unorganized. I don't know why this shit's not showing. Hold on. Oh, that's why. Okay, so this is raw. This is delta. If I were to hit split, this is another thing I look at. What's going on with the split? Something I'm noticing is there's a correlation in implied vol and strikes at the 50-50. Immediately right there, I'm noticing that that's probably going to be a support point, and that's kind of how I'll go about my day. If I want to take one small trade, I'll probably take calls at 50-50. Fuck, I wasn't supposed to say that. Um, okay, no problem. But my question is more so just what we should be deriving from the moments so I can make better sense of the bars, not a strategy related question. Okay, no problem. But my question is more so just what we would be deriving from the moment. What was your original question? Would you be going more in depth in the moments in the future? Oh, yeah. I mean, if your question is like I guess analysis based, right? Like what you should be looking for in the future. Um yeah, I'll probably do more. I'll be going more in depth on stuff like that. Um whatever you guys want really that's going to help you guys succeed. I'm down for. Um oh, you guys didn't hear me? What was I supposed to what was I saying? Oh fuck, hold on. Is zero gamma the flip point on net gamma chart? Is zero gamma the yeah, zero gamma is the flip point. What is color exposure? How do you read that data? Color exposure is going to be talked about in our classes coming up. Um, it's going to be a really in-depth class. I think Sheen said next week. I don't know what they're covering this week. I think it's going to be today and Thursday. I'm assuming the basics. So it's gonna start from like gamma, Vana, charm exposure, and then it'll start getting into the more complex stuff. I'm gonna save that for them. They worked really hard to create that, so um, I'm gonna, let them do that. So if you have any questions after the classes, though, you can let me know. And I'll get more into that. Is the support the last negative bar or the first positive bar? So support is going to be the first positive bar, but it's not exact. So the thing with gamma or any type of exposure is it works in ranges. So, sorry, I'm gonna move my mic closer to my mouth. So it may happen at 50-50, it may happen at 50-51, it may happen at 50-52, but it's not gonna be like more than like a 5 point range. Um, so, uh, that's kind of where I'm expecting that small bounce if bounce happens. Also, I'm noticing as IV scales upwards near the 50-50, you'll probably start seeing more of a fucking relatively aggressive bounce. Um, Since you have to see if IV went up or down for Vana, from which point do you compare IV increasing slash decreasing from? Is the way to do it by tracking IV from before slash after the strike reaches 0.20 to 0.80 delta? IV went up or down? Sorry, I'm trying to understand. Are you talking about like when the spot price is starting to move towards a strike and as IV scales up or down? I'm looking for that point of impact, right? If IV is scaling up, once the spot actually reaches that point of contact of the high exposure strike, or starts scaling down, I'll determine what type of trade I'll enter based on that. Um, but most of the time you can preemptively tell as the strike is approaching. You'll see that exposure is running up, or you'll see that IV is running up or down as we move towards the strike, and you can kind of gauge some sort of like predictive path. Uh, like what if raw distribution is skewed positive and delta adjusted is skewed negative, like a mirror image. Um, I would sort of take that as like chop fest. But again, I'm most likely looking at only delta adjusted. Sorry, I need some water. Um, I would say what didn't you guys hear, but you guys didn't hear it, so I don't remember. I don't know where I was being so quiet. Um, mm, 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 mm. Mm, 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 mm. Rizzy, my brother. Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. Did I butcher any of those? Like, did I make you guys more confused at all? Let me try to go more in depth, slightly, perhaps. Fuck, did I bite this? Thoughts on rapper Can Can? I've listened to a few of his songs. I fucking love Can Can. Fuck. Sorry, I'm dying. Um, I love Can Can. Very good. I've been getting more into that type of music. Rich Amiri, Yeet, Can Can. What's that other guy's name? Um, Only Bino, I think. Or is it just Bino? I forget. I'll probably send them song in chat sometime. Just need some emoji signals. Yeah, don't worry about it, bro. I'll send fucking green dot, red dot. That's the end goal, right? That's the end goal for Traderlink. Green dot, red dot. Take, make money, go to sleep. Um, Text alerts. Oh, that'd be so sick, right? Imagine algo text alerts. Oh, sheesh. DDOI is updated once per day. Is it possible to see DDOI updated throughout the market hours so you can see how options dealers? Um, I don't know. To answer for the first part of your question, if that was a question, yes, it is updated once per day. But to get like a constant DDOI pushing, I have an idea. Okay, I have an idea. I have an equation that might work. I don't know if it will though. We're still working on it. So that I'm gonna leave that as a maybe. There is a possibility though. I mean, all right. I'm low key excited about it, right? I'm low key excited. Cause we were looking to purchase this new data on the market that I haven't seen any other platform have. And I can utilize it in so many different ways, brother. You don't even know. Um, oh, the type of shit I can make. Um, so I have like schizophrenic type of ideas in my mind, right? Like I'll start rambling on about shit. And it'll be great information, right? But it's all unorganized because my that's just how my thoughts work, right? So I'll have a bunch of ideas about a formula or like a product idea that like would be really sick and really helpful, but the ideas are all scattered, right? And I'm trying to relay it to like Mitchell or like some of the devs on our team. And Mitchell made a job form for me to organize my ideas more. I thought it was kind of funny. Yeah, don't worry, bro. Don't worry. We about to get in this, baby. Oh man, I'm hyped. When bag, bro, we about to get the loot.
Give me the loot.
First things first, everyone, right? When algo release, everyone connect algo to funded trader funded accounts. Everyone just destroy them. Everyone destroys them by winning. Never lose. Liquidated. Have to go bankrupt. No more predatory uh companies like that. Fuck all that. Thank you, Rizzy. Thank you. I appreciate you. Glad you're enjoying the stream. Uh yeah, man. We gotta get everyone uplifted, baby. Go. What happening on the market? Um, yeah, nothing. All right, nothing's happening on the market. Typical, typical. All right, so quick thought, okay? And I know Sheen's listening to this, right? So, um, sorry, I walk around when I think. All right, so RX-7, right? Mazda RX-7, Chrome Hearts Edition, brother. That would be some heat. I seen one the other day. I want to buy it. I want to buy it so bad. Uh, no, the more in-depth, better. Better. We can always read up on missing lingo later. Yeah. Um, a lot of this is gonna be like lingo related. It's like a whole new language. Oh, VIX is down 1.24%. Damn, son. Uh, does Vana and Dag uh show room to 50, or is negative Gex bar at 60 considered support? Um, I'll tell you this much. Okay? I'll tell you this much. I would look out for this. I would look out for this. I know it just changed, but it's gonna change back. I would look out for this. Uh 50-45 level. Um, you could potentially play short now. You could potentially play long then. You could potentially play short after then, if that made any sense, right? So, right now, current spot price. Take note. Current spot price point, right? As we move down, it'll probably drop off. I consider that support, and then you'll probably see like a pump around this area. Okay, that's it. That's it. No more analysis, guys. No more analysis. Um, if you don't, right? If you don't see this, you might get that. So if we push past this 40-45 level and we don't hold it, right? You could start seeing that feedback loop of a nasty squeeze down. Um, More on that feedback loop if you don't know what that is. On last live stream. I hate how my messages pop up on my dashboard. Not my dashboard, my fucking monitor. Sorry. I get messages from WhatsApp. Need to mute noties. Um Shit, I'm trying to. Okay, I'm kind of hungry, man. Damn. Damn, son, where'd you find that? Oof. Aside from that, bro, honestly, no. You know what? Fuck all that. Whatever I just said, don't trade anything, brother. Nothing's gonna happen. Nothing's happening in the market. I don't even know why anyone's asking for analysis right now. I love you guys, but you should not be trading right now. Should not be trading this shit. That was the wrong. Sorry, that was the wrong idea. Look at this. Hold up. You see this? You see this right here? I could straight up draw. You see this right here? No. Nah. Don't trade that. Don't trade that. It's not even worth it, bro. Okay, another thing, right? Another thing that I'm gonna talk about right quick. Another thing traders struggle with, right? I mentioned they don't know how to enter, they don't know how to exit. And they don't know how to hold a position, bro. Um I have seen very rare traders don't know how to hold a position. Um when you're trading, you should have an idea of how many points you're trying to capture. If you're looking at the market currently, I'm not trying to capture that fucking what 10, 15 point range. I'm trying to capture like, 20, 40 points of a move. Don't ever try to capture anything fucking like less personally. Unless you're trading like ODTE like last minute of the day and you're trying to go for a lotto, you don't need much of a move to make a crazy percentage amount. So, um yeah, I would say don't fucking like know what you're trying to capture when you're trading. Um you looking to play any tickers or just SPX? I only play SPX. I've only played SPX for the last. Well, no, I've only played index derivatives for the last 3 years. I haven't played a name ticker in a company in a very long time. Um, I played GMU once, I think, and like once last year. Don't full port calls. Is it the IV you're looking at and determining that it could lead to a feedback loop? Yes. If we squeeze past towards the higher IV area, you might see like, and you start seeing Vana exposure increase. You might see that feedback loop start fucking pressing towards the downside. But you probably won't see it in this market. Not today. I don't think it'll happen today. That's and I so like again knowing like the fucking bounds of these types of exposures. Um, is it probable that there may be a feedback loop when gamma exposure is higher? Yes. Is it probable that it's gonna happen now? No, because gamma exposure is not high enough for me to be taking a trade anyways. But you probably won't get enough strength to cause that feedback loop. I need your analysis on GME 322 EXP. You know, I'm curious. Oh, hell no. God damn, son. That can't be right. Oh my goodness. Nah, hell nah. My analysis, don't ever touch this fucking stock. That's my analysis. Jesus Christ. Yeah, sorry. I shouldn't even be doing analysis for these because another thing, right? Why do I only play SPX? Exposures really only work for indexes because there's not enough weight. Um, SPX, what is it? I forget the metric. I think it was like SPX makes up 16% of all options traded on the options market. You know how fucking large that is, brother? That is so big. So, whoa, pause, pause. Um, that is a massive amount of options to be in. So that's why we trade SPX only, right? If you're looking at exposures on SPX, it's more likely that that shit's gonna happen than fucking looking at something like GME. Change to 322? No, man. I'll do it for you, but that's it. Only because you're I fucking know you. I don't know you, but like I know you've been here for a while. Um, you said what? What'd you say? 322. Okay. Bro, I fucking love this song. Oh my god. 20% lately? Dude, that's massive, dude. That's massive. Yeah, that's what I mean though. Like, wouldn't you rather like there's more reliability with the exposures when it comes to SPX rather than fucking uh any other name ticker. It's one of the main reasons why I use it. If you want to like trade a name ticker, just wait till this data drops, baby. Oh, we're gonna be on some shit. Hold on. Oh, just wait. Um, uh, hmm, hmm. If GME moves downside, you could expect the most aggressive spike towards the upside ever. If there's GME earnings, you're probably better off playing calls. And that's just for you, UB, as for no one else. No one else take this. Okay? Thank you. I don't know if there's earnings anytime soon, but if there isn't, don't play it. I've been using TL on leverage tickers and they've been hitting. I'm glad. I'm glad that's been working out. Board up. Mm, 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 mm. Mm, 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 mm. Yes. Bro, just wait till I fucking hold up. Start. Ah! Oh, you can't see me. I'm Wizard Kelly. By the way, I'm afraid to like punch a hole through this chair. It's like made out of mesh. Imagine I fucking just plummeted. Mm, mm, mm. So confirming the steps to look for a feedback loop to the downside. One, need Gex to be very negative. Yes. Need to get below Gex flip support. I wouldn't say, well, yeah, I would say below, but if you're talking about either side in that sense, it would just be getting away from 0 point. A certain amount away from the 0 point creates that. And that certain amount of way away is where volatility increases. Um, so I would take note of that, right? Where IV increases and you're far enough away from the 0 point, you might start to get that flush or that pump. When IV starts increasing its price, yes, perfect. When is the new data coming out? Shit, man. We're in the works. We're in the works right now. So basically how any of our projects work, um, is basically we come up with a blueprint, right? What are we going to use this data for? Because immediately as soon as you start purchasing the data, it's like clock is ticking. Like you're getting charged up the ass cheeks. So we come up with a blueprint beforehand before purchasing. Once you come up with a blueprint, what are we going to use it for? What tools are we going to use it for? Can we use it for all of our modules? How is it going to affect the backend server? A lot of different things have to come into play in order to start implementing new data. So um, once you start, developing a blueprint, the math, the display, how it's going to be displayed on the visuals, how it's going to be navigated through the components bar. Because I mean, sometimes we might add a tool that is like connected to the actual like an already existing module, or we might make a module for it all on excuse me, all on its own. Um, so there's a lot of things that kind of go into the planning of it, because again, we're not trying to clutter you guys with a bunch of information and then like all of a sudden like it's already like we're already trying to teach you advanced concepts as is, right? Imagine if we had like fucking 100 tools. What would you be using any of them for? We're trying to make it simple for you guys, right? We make the dashboard simple. You fucking make money, and that's it. You don't need 100 tools to be a successful trader. You just need the right tools. Um, and that's where Traderlink comes in. Boom, subtle plug. Moves down. Look for Vana to move really positive. Is all correct? Would be great. Yes, all correct. Matt Edmonds, all correct. Exactly what I look for. Vice versa for the upside. Vice versa. Um, are you looking for a positive or a negative 5 billion on what's that say? Sorry. When I'm on stream it cover raw Gex or delta adjusted. Either both. I don't use really raw Gex all that much though. Delta adjusted most of the time. Delta adjusted most of the time. But yes, it would be 5 billion on either if you were to be looking at the other. Um uh, uh, uh. Can't you get stale data to model what you can deliver? Uh, Not sure what you mean by stale data. Like, are you talking about like free data? And to answer that question, if you're talking about free data, no, no. Number one, there's rules that CBOE has, right? If you're planning on distributing the data to people, they want a piece. They want a piece of every fucking person. They want a piece, bro. They gotta get their fucking bite, their chunk. Okay. So if you're distributing data at all, you have to pay. Older data before purchasing. No. So what a lot of time that what they'll do is they'll give you like a month free trial. Um, but uh, we've kind of used that before, so I don't know if they're gonna give us another one. I don't know if it's per data purchase or a one-time thing, so we'll try to see. Older data before purchasing. Yes, but you kind of wanna like not with this data, not with this data, because um, fuck, how do I say this without kind of like it's like live order feeds, which is like the only way to like do it, I guess. They don't give like older data for it. It's really new to the market. Um, Honestly, they were talking about some stuff that I have never heard of. I have never heard of. That's why I want it. I've never heard of it and I want it so bad. Uh, I said it was like called level 5 market quotes or something. Level 5, bro? Level 5? What the fuck does that even mean? They're at DEFCON 5, bro. Uh, but yeah, so uh any comment on all the other brokers who insist they are showing true dealer positioning because they source it directly from whatever data provider they say they get it from? Um, any comment on I don't know. I haven't heard too much about that. If you could link me like a just link it in the Discord, like an article or whatever that you found that on. I've never heard that brokers know true dealer positioning. Um, brokers, right? You're not talking about like data platforms, brokers. I know data platforms claim that, and I don't think that's true. Brokers might be a different level. Yeah, we're doing that right now for a machine learning. We're training it off of older data, but that's completely separate from like the live feeds that we're going to be able to have to implement. Sheen told us what Jan data bill was. What is Feb data bill going to be? Gio not looking anywhere else when he has his own data. Yeah, I don't really look anywhere else. I can't tell you what the bill's gonna be because we haven't gotten it yet. So, I don't know. They just pop up at your party, bro, with fucking dick swinging, bro. CBOE enters the chat. Yo, it's time to pay the piper, baby. Yeah, data platforms. Sorry. Yeah. So data platforms. No, that's not true. Highly doubt that. Um, yeah, dude, I don't fucking know. I'm waiting for the email back from him. Uh, that would be sick though, right? Like if that's what it is. On Gamma, do you use raw, skew, or delta? Delta. Um, yeah, level 5. I have no fucking clue. Mm, 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 mm. Mm. And all stops in the market as well. Yeah, imagine, dude. You just see everything forever. Oh, dude, the ideas I could, the products I could make with that. Give it to me. I will cook ratatouille. Um, yeah, but to my knowledge, no one really has this data aside from actual brokers. That's why when you asked me about do brokers get market maker positioning? Yes. Yes to brokers, no to data platforms. I don't know any data platforms with this data currently. I did a in-depth look. Also I asked the guy, he said it's not hasn't been offered to anyone currently. So we'll see what the fuck we're cooking. What the fuck is cooking? Do you run your algo every day? Right now we're working on it on the machine learning process for it, so it's been on pause for a minute. While we kind of like make it better, I guess. Um, so yeah, the machine learning process would be sick. Um, Also, this new data type will be huge for it. Um, and yeah, you'd be surprised what like what's available to like actual like licensed market makers and like what isn't available to like the mass majority of people. It's looking kind of fucked. Also, like there's a massive paywall, right? Like if you wanted any of this real-time data, massive paywall. I think with everything to cover all exchanges to cover everything forever, it'd be around like 50, maybe 60K a month. So, um, that's that, man. Is it true you got Nancy Pelosi indicator? Shit, yeah, man. Me and Nancy go way back. Way back when. She was a dog. Oh, oh shit, shit. Not on live, not on live, not on live. She got that dog in her. No. Uh, um, you know when like water just be hitting sometimes? Like you're hungry, you're thirsty. You know, normally I'm not a water guy, bro, but hitting like no other. I'm listening to Yeet right now. I should make a playlist for you guys. So I do for the people I love. Mm-mm-mm. Yeah, I'm actually managing Nancy Pelosi's money. This entire time, you guys thought she was the mastermind behind her portfolio. You're following me. Anyone have the sudden urge to flip their desk right now? Or is that just me? I think I'm like is it low-key bad that I like pour liquid THC on my ice cream? the other day. I feel like that was out of pocket. I feel like I shouldn't have done that. Sorry. Very random. I just got a text about it. Yeah, dude, I think it's a low-key a problem. I was eating a Quest bar too the other day in front of Sheen, and I did the same thing, and he was like, "Bro, you're insane." It's like a topping, bro. Mm. Mm. Oh, hell yeah. Just pour regular syrup on your THC pancakes. Ah, smart. You smart. Uh, I ran out of desks to flip. Fuck. That sounds like a viable business product. Dude, hit me up. Hit me up. Might have to get into some business. Low-key, I'm still recovering though. Like I woke up this morning and I was a little fuzzy. I was like, I went back to sleep like 4 times. I need to find a hobby, bro. I don't really do anything aside from Traderlink and trading. I make emails. That shit's been fun lately. Yo, any editors in here, stand up. Any editors in here, stand up. That are trying to make some dough. About to make a fucking uh. Someone asked me like about our affiliate program because you know how we used to do like the 20% thing. You're dedicated to making clips of me making a fool of myself. I'll toss it to you. Toss it to you. Just let me know. TikTok. I'm trying to people to like get mad at me, you know? Like, what is this motherfucker doing? He's supposed to be professional. Yeah. Yo, after talking to Rizzy for a little bit, I've are seeing Rizzy type in chat. I think I've developed the habit of typing in all caps to like my family. My sister the other day was like, "Why are you yelling at me? Stop talking at me." That shit is hilarious. I love Rizzy. I'm gonna play his music full blast right now. Yo, what would you guys do with $1 billion? I ask myself this question every single day. What would I be doing with $1 billion? Someone already asked me something similar yesterday, but I'm curious as to see what y'all would do. What did you see several months ago to predict a rally for the past couple months? Supportive flows for multiple months out. Since you can aggregate data, you can see and predict what's going to happen for the coming months. Um, Same analysis I do 0 DTE, but just on a longer term time frame, right? Where's the point of flip? Is there high IV behind it? What's that point? What are we doing? Are we moving away in a positive environment? Like, I don't exactly remember what happened because that was back in October of last year, I think. No. Yeah. No. Yes. Yeah. So, but it had to be something similar along those lines of like, looking at literally the same ODT analysis I do now, right? What's going to cause a feedback loop? Was it positive or was it negative in exposure environment? Is it going to return to the mean? Thinking how far away are we from the mean? It's different when it's a longer term date, but the same concepts apply. Nah, it's cool. My sister does the same shit uppercase. Hell yeah, that shit's hilarious. I love it. I'm gonna start talking. I'm gonna leave my all caps on. Let's fucking go. Let's let. I just typed leg. Mm. Skywalker. Yeah, sorry if it wasn't like too in depth on it because I just frankly don't remember. Um, Bro, I have a problem with remembering, but I have a great like mind for predicting. Like I won't remember what the fuck happened 5 minutes ago, but I'll already be planning my move in the future. For feedback loops, are you only looking at 0 DTE data? It depends on the trade. If I'm in a 0 DTE trade, yeah. If I'm not, then no. Same concepts apply though. For longer term trades, swings, month, 2, 3 month out spreads is typically what I do. And then I kind of get an idea of direction based on what's going to happen upon entering this point of contact on the exposure data or this point of contact. Um, and that's about it. Weed fries short-term memory. Yeah, you're probably right. Luckily, it hasn't affected my trading, but it's okay. I don't need to know about the past. I just need to look towards the future. We'll look towards the future, baby. That's why I have yo, subtle fucking plug. I got otter.io, baby. Otter.io. It gives me my like if I have a spontaneous thought, I'll just talk into it and then I'll re-remind re-remind myself later. Um 1 billion improve local short aviation. Oh, that's for something else. Invest in real estate, build places for people to come together. Oh, is that with what? Oh yeah, what you would do for 1 billion, improve local short aviation options for the public, invest in real estate, build places for people to come together. I like that. I like you, smart man. That'd be sick. Um, are the large positive lambda bars, the contracts that move best? Or largest negative bars as well. Both. Large positive and negative bars are the ones that are more likely to appreciate in value, or are already appreciating in value. But typically you're just looking either for direction or you're looking for what hasn't appreciated yet and what may appreciate in the future. So if it's a larger impact towards the negative downside or positive upside, um whatever side it's more heavily weighed to, you're probably going to want to pick a contract that hasn't already appreciated in value a lot. Um and so it can appreciate in value once you take it. And that's kind of how you can choose strike prices with Lambda. That's why I don't need a fucking broker or a chain. Um, what are some ways to manage risk in the longer term plays of as data obviously can change over time? So the thing when you're choosing longer term plays is they're not going to change significantly as the data changes, right? If I'm in a spread, right, and I'm trying to have zero exposure to any changes in the market, and I'm only trying to profit off of volatility. That's the thing with volatility, right? If volatility expands in some way, so long as you're in the field of it's not going to be suppressed, you'll make money in a volatility spread. But if you're talking about just any other type of directional spread or something, and it goes the complete opposite way of your directional spread, um, that is due to analysis, right? I rarely do directional spreads. It's mostly volatility spreads or a completely neutral spread, where whatever price moves or even implied volatility moves, it's not going to affect the actual changes in the actual spread. And I do that because my primary goal for trading for other people is to make sure that they are protected, not to make profit, or at least not make a fucking 300% profit. So my goals are far different from your own goals. But ways to manage risk is simply by not being risk adverse at all. If you really want to manage risk, right? But it's also taking what's highly probable to happen. So um, if like I love volatility spreads. They're just so easy, right? They're so easy. It's so easy to be like, okay, this is way underpriced in terms of volatility. And if you're choosing like, a decent spread away of from like in time, right? Like so like a 2 week to a month. Not too long because the volatility is going to be high regardless, but somewhere in the middle. Um, you can profit pretty big off of changes in implied volatility expanding. Um, Short term, it ain't permanent, I think. I hope not. We'll see. Um, if it is, I invest in Neuralink. Regardless, if it is, I think I've already did well for myself. Anyways, I think that's kind of how I do I measure. I'm already kind of successful, so I just fucking uh do what I want now. Um, so you're actually looking at small bars in the direction you expect us to move on Lambda, so they can rise in value as we move in that direction. Yes, exactly. Exactly that. Do not sleep on this man. Apple/Tesla long-term plays. All's I gotta say. That's funny. Hell yeah. Thanks, dude. Yeah, no problem, man. I keep getting this slow song that comes in and I don't like it. Um, can you share what type of volatility spreads you trade, for example, or trading calendars, straddles, etc.? Um, yeah. Um, so the thing is, there's so many different types of spreads out there. You type in volatility spread, you'll get crazy types of spreads, right? You'll get and they'll tell you individually what each is trying to capture. Is it trying to capture long volatility? Is it trying to capture short volatility? Um, Volatility compression, volatility suppression. Sorry. Um, there's I typically like to do straddles or strangles. Only because it's just like, and I'm talking about my personal account, not talking about some of the other people I trade for. Um, I should probably stop saying that. But anyways, as for my like personal account, right? If I'm able to enter a crazy amount of volatility spreads, it's just easy money, right? I don't need to think of like creating a four-leg spread strategy with, different assets covering the downside risk of those specific spreads. Um, all I need to do is put up a simple straddle, a simple strangle if I think long or short volatility, um, and change the legs depending on where my prediction is, I guess, right? If volatility is going to expand or compress based on those predictions. Um, so I would just say strangle straddle if you're just starting out. Do you typically sell or buy strangles? Buy. Buds and Brews. Dude, I saw this place on TikTok. I would definitely go ahead and use the options profit calculator if you're trying to like see the outcomes of certain strategies though. Mm, 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 mm. Bro, I've never talked so much in my life. Um, bro, I think these last 2 days of like talking have been the most talking I've done probably in the last month, I would say. These last 2 days equal a month for me. Mm, 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 mm. Do I hedge for theta decay? Nah, I don't really. If I'm talking strictly personal, I'm not thinking too hard into it. Um, so no, I do not. Boy. I just want to say we love and appreciate you and the team. Seriously, you guys aren't just offering true value, but life advice and being chill and open. Yeah, dude. That was the goal with this, right? I kind of told myself if I went down this route of offering, data platform to other people, it was gonna be the way that I wanted to like create it, along with the ideas of my, partners. Obviously. It's all like a team effort and stuff. But I really just, as long as I have the ability to create what I want, I think in terms of like calculations and stuff, I uh I think I'll be okay. I just like making shit that thinks outside the box, right? Like I like making stuff that and testing it, right? I like having the ability to make and test things. It's a little bit different now because I can't just like make something and then throw it out there. I have to test it first before I give it to you guys and make sure like everything is correct before giving it to the public. Because what if it's wrong and it's complete shit? Um, not doing that. So it's a little the process is a little different, but so long as I have that creativity aspect, that's kind of what I fell in love with trading with. The whole creativity part of trading is fucking I love it. If you are new to talking, be sure to hydrate a lot. You're more water than you think you are. Yeah. I'm realizing that now. I low-key I drink a lot of water already. Um, because I try to eat less and a lot of water helps, but even more so now. I might have to up it to 2 gallons a day. Hmm. So now that the total gamma exposure is closer to zero, would that indicate the end of the squeeze? Um, yes, I would say so. Um, closer to zero, it doesn't mean things are hedged. It just means um, there's a likelihood of like reversion from that point. Total gamma equals zero. What does it mean? Gamma flip point is just the changes from positive to negative. Basic understanding of what it is. At zero, indecisive market, I would say, right? The market hasn't like there isn't enough exposure or what's the term for it? Options flows, I guess. Second order derivative flows in the market to indicate any type of direction, any type of directional bias. So, times like this is what I do. This is what I do times like this. Ah. Don't trade, baby. Only when the opportunity presents itself. Mm-hmm. Then again, I do think there's an opportunity within every type of environment, even zero, right? You can easily slap on a credit spread, right? If you think we're gonna range, easily. Oh, baby, too easy. Zero date credit spreads. Um, there's a lot of different strategies you can do, and that's the creative part. That's why we love trading. You can get creative with this stuff. There's always I've always hated that methodology. There's always a strategy for a type of environment. Um, in your guys' case, or in most of your guys' case, right, that are just buying naked calls and naked puts, um, no, there isn't. But you have to be versatile. I think the only way to be 100% accurate in trading is to be versatile. Entiendo. Um, but yes. Mhm. But I think I'm gonna end the stream soon here. Love talking to you guys. Um, I'm gonna go get some food probably. Uh, if anyone wants to help us affiliate or wants to be an affiliate, let me know. I'll teach you guys kind of what you should be doing even um once you become an affiliate. I feel like it's more than just referring a friend, right? So I don't know. Like one of my other buddies started posting on like TikTok clips of me. And he's like, "Look what I did." I was like, "Damn!" And he just threw his affiliate link up there, making cash right now. So earn with us, um, and change shit for the better. Um, title or a stream title link. What is it again? What did I put? End all poor? End all. Well, that sounds so bad. That sounds so bad. uh, and some I don't know what it was. Anyways, I'm gonna close off here on that note. I think that's enough talking for today. Be water, Chem, also Bruce Lee. Yeah, exactly. Sheen gives more NFA. Yeah, shouldn't be though, but he does. Hmm. I thought we all came to the understanding once creating the data platform that there would be no signaling. Thanks you. Appreciate your time. Yeah, no problem. Um, just trying to show what what you guys are able to like dig into my mind a bit, right? Everyone asks me questions, but I feel like people still don't understand. Um, maybe due to my chaotic mind and the types of ideas that come out of it. What time's class today? Not too sure. I know Sheen's probably gonna post like a update in the announcements. Um, and yeah. So, fuck the signal servers. Start learning for yourself. That's my piece of advice for today. Learn yourself, learn a lifelong skill, learn to trade, and yeah, stop relying on people to do it for you. I think that's the main part. Yes, it's gonna be strenuous. Yes, you're gonna lose, but at the end of the day, it'll be better for you. 10 out of 10, better than 2000 Netflix movies. I fucking appreciate that. Tell Netflix, at Netflix. If you really did enjoy it, like, subscribe, and add us on Twitter. I'll retweet and show me some appreciation. Love that. Fucking love you. Uh, bow bow. I don't know what else to say. I gotta work on my outros. I gotta work on the outros. Oh shit, mask on. Mask on. Fuck it. Mask off. Hold up. Wait, where's the thing at? Um, if you still feel lost, let me know if you still feel lost after these next 2 weeks of classes. Um, a lot of work went into those classes. Shout out Fatty, shout out Jake Crispy, shout out Liquidos. A lot of work. So if you don't understand after, uh I'll work through it with you. Tutor time. Love you guys. See you guys. Bye bye.